With this new pass mark for JAM, what kind of graduate would you be expecting to come up?
that's actually very obvious. It's very obvious because if you are saying 180, go to university, and they also enter university, so business as usual, you still continue. The emphasis we place on certificates in Nigeria is actually just too much. In the sense that students are particular about, let me just have the certificate, not what I want to learn. That's why most of them come out, they really don't have that quality to say, okay, this guy is actually employable, let me take this. So the problem is actually foundational, not even, we are looking at it at post-secondary school level now. What about the primary school level? The same curriculum that have been defective from primary school is what goes into secondary school. Now, university, you're now trying to, okay, enter university, let me correct it. If you want to correct this educational problem, go to the foundation, go to the primary school.
Do you think JAM should get into proper research to find out why this is dwindling? Because if now we're talking about approximately 10,000 naira per candidate,
yeah.
And you're now saying you put in the pass mark at 180 when you sat for at least 4 subjects, that's more or less like failure.
Sure.
Should JAM be getting up to saying we want to do a research, proper research before the next JAM examination so that we can unearth the reasons why this is so?
Okay, thank you. I think JAM, so to speak, came into being in 1978 that all applicants into universities should go through a test, through an examination body, and it's like that all over the world. We have in the UK, the US, you have to write an exam before you enter university. And but I feel JAM should rise up to the occasion. For instance, even the JAM exam itself, in my own opinion, is faulty. Well, let me say, I am not among those students that actually benefited from JAM. I did diploma to enter university. Because the first time I did JAM, I didn't score up to the required mark for my course. And they gave me another one. I said, no, it's either this course, economics or nothing. So I went for a diploma before I crossed to my direct entry, then I have my economics today. JAM in its administration is not testing students based on their capacity. Now, about Einstein, where Einstein once said that everybody is a genius. You don't judge a fish, for instance, by its ability to fly. Neither do you judge a bird by its ability to swim. You are saying, okay, all of you are coming for economics, for instance. You write 4 papers: maths, English. English is compulsory, and another 2 papers. Do you know that even we are aspiring for the same courses, for the same course, me and you, for instance. Our capability, we have our strengths. In SWOT analysis, you have your strength, your weakness, your opportunity, and your threat. Your strength might not be my own. So why not give students an opportunity that, okay, as we have university, most preferred university, more preferred and the likes, and we also have most preferred course. So if you have a most preferred course, let more questions come in that regard. Not 100 questions. For instance, the way they have structured it is 100 questions in English language across board, then 3 other subjects, you have 50 questions. So why can't it be that the 100 questions I'm having is the 100 questions on my strengths? For instance, I might be going for economics, for instance, and I'm a slow reader when it comes to English language. And here in front of me, I have 100 questions to read through. Indirectly, you have told me that, guy, it's like you're not needed. So but if my strength is mathematics, and I give you 100 questions in mathematics, there may be 20 questions on other courses that are not based on my strength that I've chosen before filling the form. In that instance, I know that, okay, this 100 questions I'm solving, I'm having 200 marks already if I can maximize my strength on that. Do you understand? So you give all the students a level playing ground. For instance, again, I said JAM needs to really focus on what the problem is, not even coming into how universities select their students. Their own is, let us tighten our own house first. JAM at this level should be adaptive. When I say adaptive, means that you should test students based on their strengths. Based on, for instance, if you write GMAT and foreign, if you are getting the questions correctly, the next one, if you get question 1 correct, the next one will be tougher. If you don't get it, so that means they're saying that intelligent students should face tougher questions.
Don't forget that these are not students, these are candidates. They're coming from schools. So shouldn't that be the task of their schools, proper guidance to say this is where you should go for?
And even the guidance and counselors, I'm sorry to say, some of them need to, it's like you can't give what you don't have. Some of them don't even know what is happening in the real world in terms of the latest the industrial revolution we have.
So even the councillors need guidance.
It's like training the trainers, because you can't give what you don't have. Yeah, look, let me just quickly cite this example. You know, there is this particular, just like someone that has an acting talent. We have seen most of them. We have even musicians today that are medical doctors. We have actors that are lawyers. Do you know that it means that there's actually a mismatch somewhere? Before you say, okay, I want to go into music, the talent must have been there before even entering university. So why not go for music? So I don't go to university where
you have a school of music?
A school of music. So one of the problems we're having, major problem we have, is the emphasis on certificate on federal university. Everybody wants to go to university. University is not meant for everybody.
Is there any platform, you know, wherein school owners, different kinds of schools, have that platform where they come together, look at the challenge that candidates face, and then probably advise whichever authority? It could be state, no, I'm not sure local government. It could be state, and it could be federal. Because I mean, over here, before people go to different schools across the country, they look and say, okay, which school is best for physics, media, technology? Do we have any such?
We should have that. But the problem is, even as a researcher, if you come up with policies and you recommend them to the appropriate authorities, be it at the state level or federal level, are they ready to implement them? Do you understand? So there is the problem we have, and until this is corrected, even the economy itself will not get it right.
Quickly, before you go, going forward, sorry to cut you there.
Yes, sir.
Going forward, what should be the recipe? What should be the solution?
Our curriculum should be revisited. What they are teaching in the university or the higher institutions today, I'm sorry, some of them are actually not applicable out there, even at master's level. Do you understand? When I did my MBA, I was okay, I have my MBA now, let me start my business. But I realized that they are not the same thing. So, for instance, we are saying, okay, entrepreneurship. In every student, there should be a spirit of entrepreneurship. Because without entrepreneurship, you can't go anywhere. And Nigerians are born entrepreneurs. For instance, in Sub-Saharan Africa, 60% of all entrepreneurs are Nigerians. So if that is, why not inculcate that into our education curriculum? And when I say entrepreneurship,
be allowed to come up with their own curriculum for each tertiary institution.
Yes, but that's where the autonomy comes from. For NUC, is there to regulate, give the guidance, don't go beyond this and this, but they have the autonomy of. For instance, now look at the entrepreneurship. So universities actually have introduced them, but we have entrepreneurship being taught by employees. There is a disconnect somewhere. When I say employees, a lecturer in the university that have been lecturing from beginning to from like 20 years, all they are doing expecting is salaries. And you're not asking that person to teach you how to make your own money without salary.
So maybe
what's the problem?
If we accurately think states might have been able to pay salaries.
Yes, you have that. We won't have all this crisis we're having. So we get it wrong in education, we can't get it right as a nation.
Let's not rub it in. Or maybe we'll code if necessary. Oladoto Mabinori is an economic analyst. Thank you for your thoughts this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, that's where we draw the curtains today. We do hope that, they make use of some of this information. Thank you for watching and for your comments as well. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
I'm Neil Taigbe. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Many thanks. I'm Sulaiman. Later. See you again.